I didn't grow up with sporting heroes. There were no posters of idols on my bedroom walls and no football on television in rugby league mad Brisbane when I was a kid during the 1990s. Instead, my inspirations for the game were my older brothers, Daniel and Joel. I idolised them. And when they played for the Mansfield Eagles in our local church league, I followed their every move from the sidelines. From the age of 5 or 6, I demanded to be included in my brother's backyard kickabouts. We'd spar in rough and tumble one-on-one contests, dodging beneath the Hills Hoist washing line and around the cubby house, all while avoiding our leaping, barking cattle dog, Legend, who was an extra defender as we tried to score. The goals were usually marked by 2 old shoes. There was no such thing as fouls. You just wore the bumps and scratches if you were shoved or knocked over. And when we weren't scrapping, playing 1v1 and giving each other bummies, kicking the ball into each other's backsides as punishment for letting in goals, then we had juggling competitions, trying to keep the ball in the air, or the boys were teaching me tricks. It was football as it should be, fun and inclusive. I lost count of the number of windows we broke in those years, although I'm sure Mum probably remembers. I was always getting into trouble for playing with the football inside the house, and even slept with the ball because I was so obsessed with the game. Daniel was the quiet one, a dependable and smart centre-back who was a good tackler, whereas Joel was a more mercurial and skillful player, always testing boundaries. He loved doing the rainbow, where he backheeled the ball behind his body and over my head to rub in how short I was. I'd retaliate by deliberately annoying him to exploit his short fuse. I knew if I pressed his buttons that sooner or later it would set him off. Daniel and I would end up hiding in a room giggling at the joke while Joel chased us with a mop. Disagreements, arguments, and even the occasional scrap were inevitable, but I gave as good as I got. If things threatened to get out of hand, then my older sister, Amanda, would end up refereeing, settling everyone down and picking up the pieces, especially after school when she was boss until Mum got home from work. I can only remember one occasion when things got a bit willing between Daniel and Joel, and they ended up chasing each other around the streets. Eventually, they wrestled themselves bare-chested into a cactus bush and emerged dripping with blood. But the disagreements were boisterous rather than serious, never lasting long and undoubtedly making us stronger, individually and as a group, because we always made up and got along with one another afterwards, like a good team. Looking back, this childhood bonding helped me understand what it meant to be part of a team, where you can have influence on others as well as being influenced by them before you all move in a direction together. I don't think I would have done as well in an individual sport because I needed to belong in a group and have others, teammates, around me. It's why loyalty is so important to me, a commitment to others as well as yourself. As a midfielder, you are the team's engine room, and you can see the game differently to others, steering the ship in another direction if needs be. That's who I am, not a captain so much as an on-field manager. I think I learned about that from Amanda. She was 7 years older than me, and yet, even as a teenager with her own friends, she always looked out for the rest of us and kept me and the boys safe and in line whenever Mum and Dad weren't around. She was the unifying force and led by example, whether it was re-establishing peace in backyard football or calling an end to the hijinks when it was time to come inside and get on with our homework.